Hello, it's just me again. This is my second audio on the kid shows, and it's a response to my other kid shows segment because I thought it was lacking. It really lacked some of the more modern kid shows from the late 90s, which were past my time really. I was a bit too old for it. But I'm gonna focus on a couple because there's just so much that I should have covered. So I'm going to start now with the Teletubbies. Now, the Teletubbies aren't too bad, I suppose, apart from it being bright and rather annoying. I never really watched it, too old to, like I said. But it is strange, and there's controversy over one of them being gay because he had the triangle symbol. I mean, well, you should teach small children about gay people. It actually probably would help them be more accepting, but nah, who cares. It was a strange show. It did very well, I have to say. Another show that I vaguely remember and didn't last that long was ITV's attempt at the Teletubbies with the Boom Bars. And I think it was by the same people actually. And this show was just horrible. I mean, it just looked weird, like deformed babies jumping up and down. Yeah, that would give kids nightmares. I think it gave grown-ups nightmares. I don't care about that much. And the next one I wanted to focus on was the Tweenies. Now, a lot of people are old enough to know, young enough to know about it. The Tweenies are these just giant humanoid creatures with coconuts for heads. I mean, oh, and a strange dog. It was a strange show, but not stupid. It did teach the kids to read, it just made them have a laugh, but it at least didn't sound stupid. The next show I'm going to mention is a very current one, and in fact, if you can find it on YouTube, it's still on TV. It's even on BBC One at about 3 o'clock every weekday. It's called Mr. Maker. Now, I only know about this show because I've left the TV on at some point watching Diagnosis Murder, and it is awful. Yeah, just pure awful. Yeah, not even evil, it's awful. And, well, how do I start? Well, there's a guy, Mr. Maker, who teaches kids how to make a thing. It could be a cardboard, I don't know. Something to entertain them for a few hours, who cares? But the most disturbing thing I've ever seen, and I'm going to send a link to it because I found it on YouTube, because I care, and I want to give you all nightmares too. It's the Four Shapes. And if you've not seen the show, you will not get what I'm going on about. But please look at the link, and you'll understand my fear for children's IQs. I mean, it's so retarded. I mean, all it is people dressed as a circle, a square, a triangle, and a rectangle, doing choreographed jumping and bouncing and wobbling. I mean, yeah. And I wonder if the people inside these costumes are actually trained dancers. And I bet they slit their wrists if they are, because they're thinking, what have I done? I could have been in some ballet. No, I'm dressed as a fucking square. Oh. And also, I should mention they have a superimposed face on them. It's the same face, and they have weird voices. And it's just awful. This is why kids are getting more and more stupid. These kid shows are getting worse, and they're getting far more bright, more loud, and far less intelligent. Okay, the segment where they're making things is good, and it gets kids interested in making things. That I like. The bit about dancing shapes, I mean, you've seen it a few times. You don't really need to see it every episode. And from the looks of it, there's about 5 million of them. I mean, yeah. I can understand IQs not being so high in the next 10 years. Hopefully kids shows will go a bit more back to Tots TV in the 90s. I should have mentioned that in my other video. I really liked that show, and it was very weird. I only remember there's one that was French. I don't know. It was quite funny, and there's a little kid in my primary school who looks like one of them. I can't remember their names, but I do remember it. Oh yeah, and Rosie and Jim. That kept going for a while, but it went shit after the second presenter. Anyway, enjoy. And I know this is not what you was expecting, but the celebrity culture one will be up next week sometime. Alright, thank you for listening, and I hope you actually enjoy it.